Hey friends, welcome back to John Drinks. This is a channel about making drinks and drinking them. And we have a classic today that is long overdue. We're going to be making the Sazerac today. Now, the Sazerac is an amazing drink. Now, if you haven't heard of the Sazerac is a classic that dates back to as early as the 1840s. Now, the drink did originate from Peychauds bitters. It's probably the most important ingredient in this cocktail. Peychauds bitters was developed by Antoine Peychaud, who lived in New Orleans. Now, the earliest dates of this cocktail would involve Peychauds bitters, some cognac, an absinthe rinse, and some lemon peel. This was a very popular drink at the Sazerac house in New Orleans. Now, unfortunately, the Sazerac house was demolished a couple of years earlier, but the Sazerac bar still exists. It was trademarked by the Sazerac company in 1900, and in 2008 was named the official drink of New Orleans. Now, we're gonna be making one of the earliest versions of this drink first. We're gonna talk about it a bit, and then I'm gonna show you how it's made today and explain why it's such a drastic change. Now, the earliest recipes we can find are gonna call for a sugar cube, and you are gonna add 3 to 4 dashes of Peychaud's bitters. Now, actually, in Edmonton, I can't find Peychaud's bitters. I looked around everywhere, but surprisingly enough, I was able to find the Peychaud's whiskey aged bitters. So we're gonna be using that today. That shouldn't change the cocktail too much. Splash of water, and then we're gonna give the sugar cube a quick muddle, just to break it up. Next, we are going to add 2 ounces of cognac. I'm going with Hennessy VSOP today. Next, we are gonna grab a chilled rock glass. Definitely grab one with a thicker base, a thicker round, because this drink is served straight up, no ice, so it's gonna help keep your drink colder. This kind of glass would be much better than a glass like this. We're gonna dash a little bit of absinthe in there. And then we're just gonna rotate it around so it gets into the entire sides. Now, if you're actually at the Sazerac bar, they do this trick where they put the absinthe in and they throw the glass up really high and spin it. I'm not gonna do that. I don't wanna break my glassware. Next, add your ice. Give that a quick stir, about 20 seconds. We're gonna give that a strain. Express some lemon over it. There is our Sazerac. This is the perfect drink if you want to give your old-fashioned. This is the perfect drink to give your friend who is an old-fashioned enthusiast something different to try. Now, you can put the lemon on the side. They can opt to drop it in. I'm gonna drop mine in. It's lemony, it's sweet, it has that anise and lemon flavor mixing into the cognac very well. Peychaud's bitters is a very light bitters. It has almost, I almost get a little cherry wood taste out of it. Now that is probably how it was made in the middle of the 18th century. As you heard, the drink has evolved over time. There was the absinthe ban where they started using herb saint instead for a long time. During the 1860s to 1870s, everything was peaceful until the phylloxera attacked. Now, the phylloxera is almost like a locust type epidemic that happened in Europe, except these things like to eat grapevines and grapes. No grapes, we can't make cognac, and all these Sazerac lovers in New Orleans are running out of cognac, so what do? They turn to rye whiskey. Rye whiskey was just at the time gaining popularity and becoming a mainstream spirit in states around this time. To this date, it's now the more spirit you would typically see in a Sazerac. So we're gonna do a little more modern day version of the Sazerac now. We're gonna start off with 2 ounces of our rye whiskey. I'm going with Rittenhouse tonight. 3 to 4 dashes of Peychaud's bitters. You want a nice red color when you're doing this. And then about a ½ ounce of simple syrup. Add your ice, give it a stir, grab your rocks glass, and typically if you want to save some absinthe, today you might find people using an atomizer. So we're going to use 2 sprays. We're going to strain. Look at that beautiful red color. I'm going to add a lemon twist, and I'm going to choose to drop it in. Okay, let's give our drink a try. That is delicious. It's a lot more spicier than the earlier version, but it's also a lot more sweeter. Using the syrup instead of the sugar cube, a lot of that sugar actually gets through on every single sip, so it balances out, where in the earlier version you would have the cognac, which is naturally sweet, but you have the sugar cube and you have the little crystals melting here and there. You get a lot of lemon and star anise on the nose too, and Peychaud's bitters, again, it has that interesting taste. It's hard to describe. Almost cherry wood, rhubarb. This is definitely a higher end, top shelf cocktail. Now, if you enjoyed this video, remember to like, subscribe, leave a comment below. Let me know how you like your Sazeracs with cognac, with rye. I hear some people actually go half and half too. I haven't tried that one yet, but if you think it's a must, definitely let me know and I'll give that a go and let you know what I think. Until next time, let me know what you want to see next in the comments below, and cheers.